Good morning. This is Arlene Arnold, and I'm here with the focus of the week. And today is June 18th. I usually try to do this on Monday, but I've been dealing with some of what is coming up in our luminary for today, which is called Neo Matrix. Now, for any of you who saw the movie Matrix, you know that there was a character in there that was called Neo. And that's where this name came from. It's kind of looking at how things change in terms of the frequencies that we're working with, the understanding that we have of how things are created or how everything is made of energy. So for those of you who like to work with numbers, the numbers for this luminary are 6, 12, and 48. So they're all even numbers, which gives it a certain kind of flow that that you don't find as easily in ones that have odd numbers. So I'm going to just read the very first part of this to you and then talk a little bit about what this means. Transformation is taking place. Hello, we know that, right? There is so much going on that is discreating some things and creating new things, and we're just trying to keep up. A new matrix forms and reconfigures energy fields, causing the DNA, the cells, and the blood to change. Comforting the body and the mind through these changes becomes a high priority. Well, I would imagine that you have been experiencing a lot of changes in the body, a lot of things that seem like, for me, it was like intense pain. And this pain was in the leg where I was in the process of healing a knee that I had twisted. So it's very interesting because the body is a real way of finding out what's going on. And it's almost like we advance in different ways. So sometimes we're able to advance spiritually. Sometimes it's about advancing in the personality. And it seems like the body just has a hard time catching up, especially for those of us who have been around for a number of years. So anyway, I was so grateful for the tools I have and also for the friends that I have that are ones that can help me to work with what is the pain is about. And as much as possible, I try to resolve it on my own, but I'm always open to finding out what my doctor might say or that kind of thing. Well, I didn't have to go to the doctor. One day I was in excruciating pain that seemed like it was like a sciatic pain. And then it totally went away. And what was left was just kind of a bit of an ache in my knee that's still recovering. So I thought that was really interesting how fast that was resolved. It was really like in one day. So I was really grateful for that. So I know that you're probably experiencing some of the same kind of thing. You're probably finding that your body sometimes just feels like it's not flowing correctly. And the other thing I've found is that I very definitely have had to change my diet now. And I don't think that will be forever, although I think I might end up preferring this diet instead of what I was eating before, because I was eating a lot of sweets. And that has kind of been something I've worked on over the years. But it's really important for us to realize what the frequency is of the food that we're eating, because it affects what you think, how you feel, in terms of the energy that you have, and also in terms of the emotions that may come up. And I find that it really affects my dream time. If I eat things that are of a low frequency, it brings my frequency down, and then I tend to dream about things that I normally wouldn't even think about. and they seem violent to me, and they seem totally out of place. So I don't know if that's anything that you're experiencing, but I just want you to know that if you are, you're not alone, that there's a lot we're going through. But let's just look at this luminary who's here to really help us. And the reason we use the word matrix is it's really talking about the structure and what's happening to the structure as we change. So notice the colors first. We have blue, we have violet, and we have white. Now the blue is how we express it through our lives. So expressing means really what you're here to offer in this world and how you do that. And it's about a life purpose, but more it's about just being very authentic and being that in your life, in your service, in everything that you do. So the blue, this matrix that we're working on, is bringing us into more and more authenticity, which gives us an opportunity to express that on a daily basis. And then the violet and what looks almost like magenta, the violet is using our knowing that comes from the intuition. And that knowing is paying attention as an observer to what's happening in our lives, and to be aware, not just to plod through life or go to the next action that is there, but to really be present in our lives. So there's a lot of that has to do with that. And then the magenta is about transforming whatever is not working. So, and then the white, of course, is the divine frequencies that are here to support us in this process that we're going through. And you can kind of see the complexity in the center of the luminary, and then you can see how it just almost explodes out from there. So just one more line from the book. Crystalline restructuring within the cells of humans and the earth has been proceeding by design. And then it talks about how that restructuring is happening. And so this is the message for the week. Recognize that there is restructuring going on in your body. There are big changes that are happening. And that's in the cells, and which means that it's in every part of your body. It's in your bones, and it's in the ligaments, and it's in the organs. So pay close attention to that, because as you pay attention to your body, you can bring healing energy to that part of your body that may be having a difficulty. And so the question you might ask from this particular luminary is, how am I taking care of my body and the earth during this time of change? Am I resisting this change? So I would offer to you two focuses this week. One is, how are you taking care of your body? And the other one is there any part of you that's resisting these changes that is part of what is causing your body to have a hard time? All right, that's our focus for the week. And if this beautiful luminary can be with you. If you haven't purchased the luminaries, there will be a link for you to do that. And you can also find them at either one of our websites, thepowerofcolor.com or transformationaltools.com. So my friends, thank you for being here. Have a week that is very conscious of taking care of your body, and that really takes into account the change that is taking place for you and for all others. So that's it, and we will be together again next week, and I will have some possible focuses for you then.